Well, here we are, out in the shop again, starting to work on the trunk. Taking a 3-inch or so strip of metal I cut out and working to try to get a 90-degree bend for the fold-over lip. It's too big to fit in my little brake, and I didn't want to do it in two pieces. And I didn't have a piece of angle iron to bend it over, but I did have a piece of, I think it's 3/16 thick flat strips, so we got it clamped to the bench, and I got a big old chunk of metal there that I hold over, giving it something to bend against, so we just go slow and easy on it. Got the 90-degree in it. Here I'm working the edge, trying to get a little crisper corner on. All in all, it's coming pretty good. It's getting a little bit of a bow in it, but we'll address that a little later. Here's the bow I was referring to. It's like it's about 3/8 of an inch or so. Well, since it's a 90-degree bend and it's actually bent the wrong direction, we'll use the shrinker and work it back down to where it's nice and straight again, and then we'll go after it and try to match the shape. Doesn't take very much pressure to give a fair amount of shrinkage. It kind of surprised me. I figured it'd be a lot more work, but it's really easy to overwork. Here I took a piece of cardboard and drew the profile of the rear valance panel that the trunk lid has to meet up against. And now we're going to try to put some bend in this rear panel. I've already done some of it, and we'll touch her up. I moved everything over to the car. Got the shrinker stretcher there. We got the panel. Let's see if we can get this thing to fit up. And got half of it fitting pretty good, so we'll work on the other side. And the panel's all profiled in. It actually fits really well. Every time I do one of these things, so I'm imagining what's going to happen to all of this forming that I've done once I get after it with the cutters and the welders, knowing it's going to walk around. But this is a start. Well, I'm getting ready to start fitting this trunk into the hole. I don't know how it'll show up here, but I made the patch panel in the shape of the lower valance. As you can see, the brace that they took off of the trunk is missing about a half an inch of not having enough bow in it. And with the trunk fitting here, it also has a few fitment issues, also in that half-inch range. I expected this. I truly hoped it wouldn't be quite so much, but it ain't nothing but a thing. It's a combination of the collision in the back, not having anything to measure from, and just giving it best guess to come out the way it is. And I think it's reasonably close. I think the trunk's more distorted than I haven't pulled the rear body out far enough. But since I'm cutting 3 inches off of the bottom or so, I will reform everything while it's all nice and loose. And in the end, it should be beautiful. So this will be a continuing video, and we'll see what happens the next round. Thanks for watching.